How are we doing, Billers? Welcome back to another Shroomy T video on the market as Bitcoin appears to be completing its 4-year Bitcoin cycle yet again, like we've seen from the 2013 peak to the bear market lows, from then the 2013 peak to 4 years later, the 2017 peak, then into the 4-year lows, 4-year highs, 4-year lows, 4-year highs in October of last year. And if we get the typical 1-year bear market that we've seen from all the highs to the lows, then it would take us from October 2024, October 2025, the highs, into the bear market lows, somewhere between now and October of this year, where if we keep seeing these patterns, we have these massive corrections below the 0.786 fib from the highs to lows, just like in here when Bitcoin got to $187 before a massive rally up to 20k, before again another 80% correction below the 0.786 fib, getting to around $3,000 before a massive rally up to $69,000 in 2021, before again another 70-80% correction below the 0.786 fib in the 4-year lows. And if we see something similar this year, it would take us to just under 40,000 later in this year if we were to see that. And if Bitcoin happens to do that, it could maybe be another 50% correction on Bitcoin from where we are now, and that would have another massive impact on altcoins, which would go even lower than they are already, with most of them below bear market lows. Like, the altcoin market's been absolutely destroyed, and Bitcoin's king. If Bitcoin completes another 4-year low and the Bitcoin 4-year cycle remains intact, which it looks like it is, we're got some more pain ahead of us, and quite frankly, I'll be loading up massively if we do get this area down here. If Bitcoin can get anywhere below 50k, I'm going to start adding to my positions. Between 50 and 35k would be my ideal entry, not only on Bitcoin but on other like Ethereum, Solana, and crypto stocks as well. So during this period when it's been pain in the market, the sentiment's terrible, everyone's trying to call a bottom on Bitcoin, I think we have lower to go, and I'm expecting the last 3 cycles to repeat again, but there's no guarantees of that. But if we do, Bitcoin could be headed to between 50 and 40k between now and the end of the year, which is going to be painful. Yes, Bitcoin's already down from 126k, it's already down 50%, which is painful, but it can get a lot more painful, unfortunately. And yeah, it's not ideal, but for me, I'm going to take advantage of buying the lows and taking advantage of these opportunities that we barely get in crypto. We got it in 2015, we got it in 2019, we got it in 2022, and it looks like we could get it again in 2026. They don't come around often, but when they do, the people who stick around will get to take advantage of that. For me, flipping bearish when Bitcoin came out and lost this massive support from 2015, this 11-year support on Bitcoin. It lost it back at the start of February, basically. It came down, back tested, and we've come lower since. And again, like we've seen in each prior cycle, when we lose the bull market support band is when we tend to go into a bear market. The 50-week bull market support band, which is the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. When we cross below it and fail to get above it, like in 2017 cycle, we get below it, back test it, fail to break through, and then we go lower. Again in 2021 cycle, when Bitcoin lost it here, we back tested in March of 2022 before coming lower. And again in here, we can see that Bitcoin has lost the bull market support band in November, and we back tested it in January, and we're now heading lower. So again, the confluence of these 3 prior cycles looking like this one, and the 4-year cycles, and then we've got the fact that the 50-week bull market support band rejected. Again, we can see the same thing back here from the 2013 highs, go down, we back test it and go into the bear market lows. So the past 3 cycles, alongside the 4-year cycle, these 3 times. It's the same with the bull market support band, and we're seeing it yet again in here. So again, from the highs to lows, if we do repeat previous cycles, it would take us to around this 0.786 fib retracement level, which is around 40k, which is an area I'm looking at. For example, you can see in the last cycle, from the lows to the highs, Bitcoin again corrected just below the bull market, well, the 0.786 fib retracement in here, about 17k, we got down to about 15k. Again, the cycle before that, from the lows to the highs, again, getting in here and in here, just below the 0.786 fib. And the cycle prior to that, the highs to lows, again, perfectly between the 0.786 fib and the 0.8886 fib. And this cycle, as I said, if we were to see something similar, which is obviously no guarantees, it would look somewhere in here between $50,000 and $30,000 for Bitcoin, which again is still another, as I mentioned on here, another 50% move down into the lows if we were to get something like that. Another 46% down if we were to repeat the previous 3 cycles, which who knows if that's going to happen. I could be completely wrong. Bitcoin could go make a new high, and I could be completely wrong. I'm just journaling my thoughts on this channel, and I know I've been a bit inactive recently because I've went from having my bull thesis and talking about that to then it being invalidated, and I'm sitting here, what do I talk about now? And yeah, I want to get back making content, journaling my thoughts on the market. Obviously the bull thesis got invalidated and I'm no longer in the majority of my altcoins, as I do believe we can go even lower on the altcoins first before I'm going to look to get back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, I think is the plan at the minute, and then we'll look at crypto stocks, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Right now for me it's about stacking up liquidity to be able to take advantage of the lows that I believe are coming between now and the end of the year into the 4-year lows. So for me, it's about waiting for the 4-year lows on Bitcoin, waiting until we get these trendline breaks you'll see from the highs of 2013 to the lows when we break out here. That was October of 2015 we break out. But then again back here in March of 2019 we break out. Again in here, January of 2013 we break out. When are we going to break this downtrend, make the low, break the downtrend, and go off into another 3 years of upside like we've seen previously, putting in an 82%, an 82x, putting in a 15x, putting in a 6x. So we got a 82x on the first cycle, second cycle 15x, third cycle 6x, and yeah, it's about taking advantage of when we get this breakout. And yeah, for now, for me, it's been patient. It's learning. Right now, I'm learning about cycles and trading cycles. So that's where my energy and focus is going at the minute. But I'm going to be looking to get more videos coming and posted. But this is my theory at the minute, that crypto and Bitcoin are going a lot lower between now and the end of the year. But for me, it's not all bad. There'll be opportunities within that. Right now, even right now, stacking Bitcoin for the long term, Bitcoin's down 50% off the October 2025 highs. So for me, long term wise, that would be a good allocation to get in. But I do think we are going lower first. And yeah, that is where I am at the minute in the market. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what kind of content you want to see. And I'm going to be looking to get back on track with the videos, as I've said. And yeah, it's not all doom and gloom, although it feels like it I believe that the cheap prices that are going to be coming up in the next 6 months, I'm going to be trying to take advantage of and keep journaling my thoughts on this channel.